But now, if the president has failed to act, because he can even pass an executive order, after all, they know that they are persecuting him for no good reasons. He can pass an executive order that BESIGYE should be released immediately. But if that one cannot be done, then it's upon us as Ugandans to come up. Whether you're NRM like me, we march on the streets. Recently we saw the PLU, I thought it was PLE, but now I think it is PLU, marching, talking about corruption. What sort of corruption, if you can try to equate what is happening to BESIGYE? Where are we heading? So, Ugandans, please, I call upon you, irrespective of your party affiliation, let's come up together. Let us march, if it means going to Ruzira, and we go and demand for immediate release of Dr. Kizza Besigye. And this goes to the courts of law. We are completely disappointed of you. Because, what are you waiting for? Do you want to wait and see when Besigye is dead and then you make a pronouncement that please release the body of Besigye? We were warned by the commander, by the CDF, when he said one of the gifts we might even get on Heroes Day is to make sure that BESIGYE will be executed. So now we are worried either they are planning to effect that one before even the Heroes Day, or they've made him to make sure that he can die slowly till that day reaches. But we are hurt, and especially NRM members, whatever is happening to BESIGYE is going to happen to us. Remember, BESIGYE was among the founders of NRA, NRM, and he's suffering. What about for us who just boarded while the bus was moving? One, I'm not certain, I have some reservations, because in most cases, we normally see tweets, and we are not certain whether that account belongs to the general. Either it was hacked, so we need to find out. Secondly, we need to find out under what circumstances, when he's tweeting, the condition he is in. Because for us in law, if someone has taken an intoxicating liquor, you can hardly trust someone's words, and you can hardly believe in those words, and someone can even go and put a defense that I was not myself because I acted under the influence of alcohol. So we need to subject him, either maybe the moment he tweets, we need to subject him to medical doctors to tell us that now, according to what he has tweeted, he's sober.
Personally, I think that the options available and the option which was taken up by Dr. Kizza Besigye is a real option for any of us who may find ourselves being incarcerated for whatever reason. It makes sense that you use whatever tool is available. So on that basis, I agree with the actions he has taken, and it can be any of us. I mean, today it is Kizza Besigye, tomorrow you don't know, Jimmy Akena may be the one facing the same situation. And on that basis, I really hope that we try to differentiate and separate different issues. There's an area which will have to be addressed at some point, and this involves to what extent do the national security agencies get involved in political activities of political parties. If you recall, back in the 70s, President Nixon was forced to resign when it was discovered he was using state apparatus to try to investigate or try to record what was taking place in the Democrat Party as a Republican. In Uganda, those lines don't exist. A lot of these agencies feel it's their role and duty to support the NRM. They feel they're fused as part of the NRM, but their role must be to serve all the citizens of Uganda. And as such, I hope that this opens people's eyes, and also we try to address this issue that we can have a country where all of us, irrespective of political opinions, can exercise them and live freely in this wonderful country God has given us.
The issue of Dr. Kano Besigye being detained up to now is very, very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because we thought that by this time Besigye would be a free man. Because first of all, there are no charges whatsoever on the basis of which Besigye is being held in prison. You know, all those silly charges which they had put on him in the court martial collapsed when the Supreme Court pronounced itself on the constitutional petition of Kabazigoruka. They went down and they became null and void. But still, to find that today, government is still dilly-dallying, buying time, all for the purpose of illegally and unconstitutionally keeping Dr. Besigye in jail is very, very unfortunate. Yet these are people who claim that they obey the rule of law, that they are in charge of a democratic dispensation. But what you see what they are doing, you shudder and you wonder which kind of country this one is, which we are living in. So all of us, most of us are very bitter. Actually, the country generally is very, very bitter to see how the law is being violated, how the things are moving, in such a negative manner. We are all very disappointed. But there's not much we can do except to continue, pointing out these issues openly and broad daylight. Maybe at some stage, those who are concerned will have some sense in their heads and do the right thing.
In Uganda, we currently have close to 14 million Ugandans who are suffering from mental illness, and it's a big Pandora box currently. It's not surprising that one of our own, an elder in the country, a doctor, and a politician by fame who attempted to be a president, has decided to go on a hunger strike, of which we know going to hunger strike will lead to suicidal ideation, maybe termination of life, which is one thing we wouldn't want to see as a country. So for that sake, I would request his legal team maybe to consult the judges and write to judges that our client currently is not in a right mind of state, so that they seek psychiatric intervention for help. If it is so that it's the prison that is influencing his actions of going to hunger strike, which may later on lead to suicidal ideations or suicidal attempt, he be given liberty to attend to better psychiatric mental health facilities for his own benefit. Otherwise, I don't see any resolution coming from the hunger strike other than damaging him more physically and mentally.
Wants to face again, I think that should not be the embarrassment. Government has all means to stop any person in this country to do any subversive activities if they wanted to do. And today, the Besigye of 2006, the Besigye of 2011, is not the Besigye of today. He's an old man now. Government can stop him from either walk to work or do, but we don't know why the government has continued incarcerating a person of Dr. Kizza Besigye. And we only demand that Dr. Kizza Besigye be released such that he's able to get proper treatment. And not only him, all the others whom the court has pronounced on. How long does the DPP take to transfer the files? It should be a short time. First of all, it was illegal for government to have arrested him and taken him to court martial. If they made, and if that was illegal, okay, let us also do another illegal thing by releasing him. And then you can charge him afresh. But what we are seeing today is very unfortunate. No Ugandan should be subjected to that inhumane treatment. So to me, I only appeal to President Museveni, please. Yesterday was Luhum's Day, and you heard the message that was put on commemorating Luhum's Day, that we should do good to one another. I think let us do good to one another. Let us forgive. If there is anything which has been wronged, please let us not make things worse in this country. So to me, that's an appeal to the president of this country. Let Besigye and those other people be let out. But as a matter of urgency, Dr. Besigye should be let out and he gets proper treatment. It will be very unfortunate for this country for Besigye to die in such circumstances.